look in your notes. And you can write on this piece of paper a little bit, just so we make sure we're all on the same proverbial page. What's on top of your sides or angles?
Sides.
Sides, so that's where we're at here. And it is classifying, you got the notes up here, this is triangles by, we're classifying, which means basically names we have for triangles. And notice it's called classifying by their sides because that's what we are talking about here. You are talking about their sides. It has nothing to do with their angles. Okay? If you have a triangle that has all equal sides, a lot of times I'll put little hash marks like that on mine for me to show that they're all equal. That is an equilateral. All sides are equal. If it has two sides that are equal, and a lot of times, like I said on my quizzes, if you put a hash mark through those two, that means those two sides are equal. It is isosceles. And if no sides are equal, it is a mean. That is based on their sides. And then the other one is based on their angles. If I can find it here. Based on their angles, wow, we need that a little bit bigger. Based on their angles. And a couple things to note in here. If it is an acute triangle, that simply means all angles are acute. Actually, go back to this one. Go back to this one. I just want you to jot down in your notes here. Because in an equilateral triangle, all the angles are equal, and the triangle has 180 degrees, write in your notes here, all angles are 60 degrees. If it's an equilateral triangle, no matter how big the triangle is, all of the angles are 60 degrees. If it's an isosceles triangle, let's just make this big as big as possible. In isosceles triangle, the one important thing to remember is this. This angle and this angle are equal. And you can write in there, the angles opposite the equal sides. Do you have enough room to write that in yours?
No.
Well, that's why you need the board. Are equal. So if this was 15 degrees, then this angle also is 15 degrees. The angles that are opposite sides are equal. It's just good to know that. It's just a fun little fact. Now back to this one. If we are talking about by their angles, an acute triangle has all acute angles. And then obviously a right triangle. Mr. Fisher. Thank you, sir. A right triangle simply has one right angle. Can you have a triangle that has two right angles?
Yes.
You cannot. Impossible to have two right angles. Anybody know why? When you add up all the angles of a triangle, it has to equal 180. So if you had two right angles, how would you get a third angle in there? Because you already have 180 degrees. So, and if they ask you to draw a right triangle, the easiest way to do that is start with your right angle first, and then connect the sides. Don't try to do two sides and make the last one your right angle. And then this one, an obtuse triangle has only one obtuse angle. Why can there only be one obtuse angle? Because obviously you have more than one obtuse angles, it would be more than 180 degrees. Put a little more there. So let's take a quick peek here just to make sure you get the gist of this. If I gave you this triangle, And I said to classify this by its angles. What type of triangle is this by its angles? Somebody up there. Ethan Malis. Oh boy. You messed up. Are you looking at the choices of angles? Look at the ones that says angles. Angles, isosceles is not even an option by angles. And that's why I'm doing this, Ethan, because I get that all the time. What should it be? Yes, it's an acute triangle. I did that for a reason. If I asked you to do it by its sides, yes, because it has two equal sides, it is isosceles. And that's why, Ethan, thank you for driving home the point. Make sure you look at your notes as to which one we're talking about. Alright, if I asked you, here's my triangle, and I said to classify by its sides. Charlie, by its sides, it is scalene. No equal sides. By its angles, Trevor, it is obtuse because it has one obtuse angle. So please, please, please take a look at your notes every time you see it, because otherwise, you know, is every right triangle a scalene triangle? Yes or no? Can you draw a right triangle that's not scalene? Absolutely. You did this side equal to that side, and you connected the sides. That is an isosceles right triangle. So be very, very, very